Hey everybody, I am Red King from Send More Robots, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So today's video, this is kind of just a little update video I worked on because I have built a new ship, and this is actually one of my first like large ship designs. It's not like the most fantastic. It doesn't have like crew quarters or anything like that. It's kind of like in a mindset for me, the setting wise, it's like a like planet to planet troop transport, kind of maybe even something within like the system or something more like quick trips or anything like that. But overall, it is designed to be pretty battle hardy. It kind of came out. It came out really interesting, and I'm really kind of happy with it. I like how everything came together and how this all turned out. Considering I just like started with an idea. Actually, what I started with was this piece right here, this actual back piece. Let me switch to spectator. So I actually did. I started with this piece right here, right even before this connection point. I started right here, and then it just grew, and it went out that way, and it went this way, and this was bigger because I needed a door and things like that. But I'm pretty happy with it. It actually turned out really cool. It has this kind of like interesting like visored look to the front because it's got that separation between the top and the bottom glass, so it's like something's always looking at you or watching you. I don't know, it's really cool. I like the feel of it. I like the way it looks. But I'll go back to my body so that we can now look around at it and kind of get better. I did use a few mods. I used I think I used 3 mods total. One is the sloped and armored thrusters. Those are my favorite. And then I use these industrial thrusters here from one of my favorite space engineers guys, and I'll put in links in the bottom of this video so that you could actually go look at their stuff and use that. And then there's one more mod inside, but let's first kind of go over what I have here. So right here in the front is a big old door. I named it the Ravager, but that's not a name I'm really going to stick with. Actually, I'd like to hear what other people have suggestions to name it, and kind of see what they think. So this has a big old open door that actually opens up like this. It's a little dark in here because I made this ship when the lights, the spotlights were all janky, so they didn't really work. So I need to put in some spotlights to kind of give it a little bit more life in here and everything. These two things right here actually have a function. And, you know what, I'll show you that right now. No, yeah, I'll show you that right now. I'll show you. So if I can get off here. So as you can see, there's 2 little pods down here. And if I go in here, go back to the Ravager, let's see. So right here, this should be it, yes. So if we hit this and we reverse it, there's actually 2 missile pods that come out of the bottom there. And it's really cool because I have 2 missile pods there, and I have 1 missile pod here. So that even when these are retracted and the door's up, those missile pods right there can still fire and just relay some fire. These missile pods are on rotors, so they do rotate. They rotate 90 degrees left and right, so that this one covers the right-hand side, and this one will cover the left-hand side. And they'll have full cover all the way around, which makes it easy from a like front 180 degrees all the way around view without actually getting into anything more complicated. There's other turrets and whatnot to kind of get into that sense. I will show you those. As you saw before, there were interior turrets. We're gonna fully put this. We're gonna hide them back up, and as you can see, they lift. And oh, that was new. Of course, it sparks. But as you can see right here, I actually put in the blast door blocks, and so it made it easier for them to slide in and out without any issues at all. But we're gonna go back inside. So this actually has gravity fields on it as well. It has gravity generators. Bloody hell! There we go. So that's what these are. These 2 things are actually holding those pods in there. The rest of this space is actually going to be used for smaller ships like surveillance ships, or a a small troop, not even troop transport, like personnel transport that they can use to get. This one would stay in space or in orbit, and then you could have one come out and land on a planet. This actual wall I didn't have here before. It is actually just left open, and then we managed to put these doors here. There's the interior turrets there, and there's two interior turrets there, so that there's always kind of some protection. Especially with these hiding back here, they're easy to miss. I actually completely forgot about them until right about now. This no crosshair thing, it makes it difficult. And here's the next. This kind of takes you to the next room. This actually splits you off into two different directions. There's the interior turrets here, which this actually takes you further back, which I will show you in just a second. But we're going to go up here first. This is the command center. So that's like that turtle, or that, not that turtle. Well, it kind of is like a turtle. That turtle face to it. Right now there is a bug with the lights, so if I hop in... Oh, so this, I actually used like 4 mods just for the chairs and whatnot. Let's see. Did I make one? I did not. So I believe it's from... Yes. So from there to here, all the lights are off. But as you can see, if you look down at the lights, they look like they're registering they're on because they're not dark anymore. But there's no light in here, and you have to look at them a certain way. Oh, is that the sun peeking through? That's weird. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like yeah. See, as you can see now, the lights are on because I'm looking away, and then I look back, I look right, and they're on again. And it's really kind of annoying. It's kind of a setup they have right now. Hopefully they'll fix it soon, but we will see. This right here is like the main command chair, so you would actually be sitting here while you have people on left and the right who are on the turrets, while these people are commanding the actual ship forward and back, making sure you're not crashing and dying into things. But I kind of had it a more rigid setup. Like you can see there's teeth here. There's like ridges on the outside. I kind of wanted to give it more of that, like, I don't know, offensive look. I thought it looked cool. I always do that. I always walk down that. But yeah, so this is, and this will take us. So that's like the entrance, actual like build the ship, and then this is the hallway entrance. There's nothing in here before except for the lights, and this is where it kind of gets weird because now you can see all the lights, and this is how it's supposed to look. There's the interior turrets there. This is a cargo hold room. So as you can see, there's just a few cargo containers. It's just meant to like hold some items, or just enough so that you can get, you know, get to where you need to go. Other things like that. As you can see, there's orange lights, and this was supposed to be cooler. So you can see there's orange lights there, and I have a sensor actually on the other side. So when you walk in, those lights are supposed to turn on and off. So as you can see, that one light is turning on and off, and it's supposed to be like, danger, danger, you are in the reactor room. Bad things will happen here. But yeah, that's the ship right now. I will go on the outside. Well, actually, go out here because this is already here. So as you can see, there's two turrets up here. They're turned off right now because the last time I showed this to someone, it tried to murder them. But two turrets right there that we can take control of. There's actually a large cargo container and the connector right there, so that this ship does decide to go long distance. You can change out the cargo hold over there, and you can make it like a cryo room. And so if you wanted to do, because it does minimal, it requires minimal amount of maintenance because it's such a slender design. This is this can be used for ammunition, which is hooked up to those guns right there, and it's used for supplies, which is actually hooked up. It's not even hooked up to the car. It actually is hooked up to the cargo room. So it's hooked up here, so it's connected to the cargo room, so then you can have, you know, weapons or anything else in there. And it's also hooked up to the engine room, or the reactor room, so that now you can actually supply with power. And it's all hooked up. Everything actually on here is survival ready. Everything is hooked up, ready to go, ready to use. This is actually the rear of the ship. This is how it would move forward. I had to do a lot of adjustments because these industrial thrusters are 3 times stronger than these, but the issue I had was it still was not giving me enough push, and it wasn't going fast enough. So I actually added those two on, I added these two on, and it actually gave me more push for what I needed. And then, well, it didn't actually give me enough, because then I had to put these on, and now I have more thrust, so that the industrial, it also added a better look to it. That kind of gave it this tucked in, like, legs shooting kind of look to it. But this is, I kind of like the way this turned out. The side engines, because this is just rows of forward-facing thrusters, and I was able to add 2 more here. So now there's a total of, like, I don't know, there's a lot. I think there's like 5, so there's 10 on each side, so I have a total of 12 facing thrusters and just so many other ones. So turning, and I had originally forgotten the gyroscopes as well. So what's interesting is the gyroscopes are hidden right in here. So right here above this hallway are gyroscopes, and it's just a whole line of gyroscopes that lead into here, so that they're covered and they're protected. It definitely adds to the design too. It kind of thickens it up a little bit, makes it look less fragile than it originally did. This was a lot thinner than it should have been. This neck right here, this was pretty thin originally. But these antenna up here, there's so many antenna because you can actually have it ranged out. So the further you get out, the more powerful you need the antenna. So these ones right here, the ones closest to the front, are actually short range. These 2 are mid range. So if you have any issues, I think this set is a little bit further than that set. And then this is the long range sensors, where they're like, I think they're like 500,000 meters out or something like that. Like, if you need long range sensors, this is what you need to broadcast that signal. They're pretty it's pretty, I like the way it came out. This ship actually this was just a idea I had in my mind that a friend was just like, oh, an idea you're looking at, it kind of makes me think of Event Horizon. And that's kind of where the idea, like, flowed from. It's like, oh, Event Horizon, I remember how that ship looked, and it was really cool, it was really rad. But that's my ship design. Like I said, I call it the Ravager, but I doubt that's what the name is actually going to stick as. If anybody has any suggestions for what they'd want to call the ship, please comment below, let me know. I'd like to come up with different names for this one, because I really like the way this one came out. And especially this tail end, because I feel like I could cut that off and I could put it on, some other ship, and it would just be a beast. But thank you all for joining me in this episode. I am Red King from Send More Robots, and before I actually leave, we are going to fly this bad boy. So then you can all see how it actually... Oh, I don't go that way. I go this way. But yeah, we're gonna fly this, and we're gonna give it some... We're gonna get your chug forward, so then you can all see how you like it, see how it moves and everything like that. And the funny thing is I put an RC control on it too, so that I could sit in this chair and control it. So now I am in full control. I put the remote control actually right in the ass right there. But I am in full control now. And it doesn't go very fast. So we'll pop this open. So it picks up a lot more speed than it used to. Oh, I forgot to close that door. A door, reverse. But it definitely has, it definitely looks really sweet. I like the way it all came out. Its turning is not the most amazing. But again, it's designed for more of a straight shot flying. It's not meant for any like maneuvering or anything like that. That's generally why you would keep some fighters inside of it, so that you could actually fight your way through, get things, not have to worry about. Oh no. But you could yeah, you would have fighters who would actually be on this ship, or surveillance crew who would actually be the ones who would primarily keep up most of the, any attack pressure or anything you needed to do on that. This would basically just be, like, chug in, handle something, like, drop off some things, or, like, kind of make contact with a small planet, and then basically jump out and go about its business. But yeah, this is the Ravager. I want to thank you all for joining me on this episode. If you want to see anything else from the ship, or any other thing you want to see me build, really, or if you have any suggestions about things you would like to see, like, let's say in the survival episodes, or, like, what we're making here, or anything like that, just let us know. Comment below, like, if you really want to see this video. If you like this video, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And, always hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys. Always remember who you are and what you are. Don't go causing any trouble out that world. And always remember, hit that subscribe button. Bye, guys. Things are not going well. Jesus.